B student. So today's work is going to piggyback a lot of what we did yesterday in class. If you can recall, yesterday we did the modern day kenning assignment and, wrong cohort. And then did give a brief introduction to Beowulf, some of the things we're going to be looking at in the text. And then additionally, we looked at a video about kind of the author of Beowulf and some of the theories behind it. Okay. So today we are going to piggyback that with a task that you see posted under Thursday, October 15th. Okay. Let me talk to you about what it's going to look like. So it's going to say, for number one, contribute to the Padlet regarding your definition of a hero. Okay. Let's take a look at that real quick. You're going to click on this link. I'm actually going to move myself so I can see the full screen here. You're going to see that students have contributed to this already. So the task is going to say, think of your favorite hero story, whether it be a book or a movie. What are the characteristics that make the hero like a hero? Also, like, what are some examples of heroes in your opinion? It could be anything from fictional comic book story heroes to real life heroes to anything like that. It could be specific names, could be categories of people. You have some flexibility there. You're going to see that in order to make a new posting, you're going to click on this fuchsia link right here. I'm going to click it. It's going to put it at the bottom. In the area that's a title, I'm going to put your first name and then your last name. And on second, I'm learning my lesson here. I might put your period number, even though the other kids didn't do it, it's fine. That probably is going to help me sort things a little better here. And if I scroll all the way back on the top, you're going to compose a response of 2 to 3 sentences in the bottom field of the Padlet note. So if I go back down to my sample, let me move myself again. I'm all over the place today. You are going to start responding here. Okay, so that's the first part of the assignment. Padlets are a great way to kind of see what other people are saying. See, like, here's an example. This one, I don't know who put that, so they didn't put their name. It doesn't make you log in, so you have to put your name somewhere in this. All right, but that is the first part of the task on the task list. So let's go back now to the posting. Oh, self, you're everywhere in the way. It says, number 2, read pages 34 to 39 of the textbook. You're going to click on this PDF. Okay, you're going to see it's a page about epics. Actually, Gilgamesh, if you talk to any of your senior friends, they're actually doing that or just finished it now. You have read epics. You guys read sections of the Odyssey freshman year. If you were in Hamilton, I think they do that in multiple levels freshman year, but I could be mistaken. You'll see some things about characteristics of the epic here that are going to be important for you to see. This page 35 is going to involve a little introduction to Beowulf from the guy that translated the Seafarer and Beowulf itself. And I mean, if you had to imagine, like I think I said this in class, what a guy who translates Anglo-Saxon literature looks like, I think he'd look like that. He has won a lot of awards for his work. Another famous Irish poet, Seamus Heaney, he is famous for another translation. Again, when you're translating, it's from Old English, and I'll show you an example of that when we start next week of what that actually looks and sounds like for Beowulf. It's hard, and there's room for interpretation. There's not always a word-for-word substitute, plus to try to maintain the poetic conventions and still try to achieve that so people can appreciate it, as like things like rhyme, alliteration, that sort of thing. So his introduction occurs on page 36 to 37, okay? And then I have you taking a look at this introduction specifically to Beowulf in the text. You're going to look through that, and then this page here on page 39. Great, Miss Gerst, I read it. Now what? You're going to see that I've created a worksheet for you. Now, in contrast to what I have done before, I've been using those Google Slides and then just saying, hey, fill these text boxes in. I did not do that this time. I just put a copy of my Google Doc in there. Now, one thing that'll happen is if you type in this, it moves the whole page. Whatever. That's what I don't like about using Google Doc worksheets. But for now, fill in with the information you have. You'll see that it'll tell you and prompt you to look on page 34 for this. Look on page 34 for this. 36 and 37 is where this is from. Page 39 is where this is from. And that'll be your task for today. As a reminder, you want to come to class Friday prepared with your Unit 3 vocabulary exercise because it's completed, and then we will quiz on Unit 3 vocabulary tomorrow. And you want to do flashcards for extra credit. I will be posting later today and sending a reminder about it, a way for to get some extra credit if you can convince your parents to go to my teacher page where by tonight at virtual back to school nighttime, not yet, there will be some videos prepared for them and some instructions on how for them to complete a Google form with some information. I will reply to them and send them a message back. So make sure if you are doing it on their behalf, That's not necessarily what I want, but I realize that some parents are busy. I'll give you a window of time with which that could happen. It could happen anytime from today, probably through Monday. So they could do it over the weekend. I know you can't control your parents' work schedule or if they're running around. I totally get that. That's all for now. You can send me send me an email with any questions. And if you're making up any late work for full credit, please send me an email. Again, the reminds, I appreciate the effort, but email is better for me to manage, especially on days like today when I forgot my phone at home. So I am not seeing the messages pop up. Hopefully my family brings it to me. So an email if you have submitted late work that I have entered as missing for you. Okay? All right, guys. Thanks so much for your patience. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.